I care about my body, so I'm acting on it. Day 89 of walking for an hour around different neighborhoods in the city of Chicago, and today we in West Pullman. When last time y'all did a full-out run or a race? We decided to race on the track, and he definitely burnt my little ass, not gonna lie. When University of Chicago sociologists created the West Pullman community area in the 1920s, they merged several existing communities. The first was a town called Kensington that was established in the 1850s and rapidly grew in the 1880s. The second was the former village of Gano, which was populated by Pullman workers anxious to own their own homes and escape from the corporate control of the company town. West Pullman launched as an industrial and a residential subdivision in 1891 by the West Pullman Land Association. This was home to working class families whose livelihood depended on factories who WPLA had recruited to its industrial district. They worked at International Harvester, Whitman and Barnes, Carter White Lead Paint Company, and other factories that were located here. Ethnic pockets flourished. There were Germans, Hungarians, Lithuanians, Scandinavians, Italians, Poles, and later Armenians, all of whom built their own churches and other ethnic institutions. Corporate officers lived in large homes in Stewart Ridge. The area's poorest people lived in small homes that were a quarter century old and had no modern conveniences. There were newer homes being built on the edges of the older neighborhoods, but developers put restrictions on the property that prohibited any African Americans from living anywhere in their subdivisions. They contributed to the efforts to keep West Pullman white, at least outside of Kensington, which had about 170 African American residents in 1930. Employers also helped. For example, International Harvester didn't hire African Americans at its West Pullman works until it was mandated during World War II. In 1933, after an African American woman bought a two-flat on 120th and Stewart, irate neighbors exploded a black power bomb at the house, showing high public indignation. A decade later, West Pullmanites joined in the battle against Chicago's housing authority, Outgill Gardens, in nearby Riverdale, and against smaller projects in Roseland. By 1960, the area had over 35,000 residents, with majority of them being white. Beginning in the 1960s, some of the vacant lots on the neighborhood's western edges finally opened up to African Americans, though it was previously restricted. This offered black families the same homes, connections, and services that European Americans had received earlier. African Americans began moving in gradually, and by 1980, 90% of the 45,000 residents here were black. In the 1980s, residents lost both industrial and professional jobs, making unemployment a huge problem. Many of the closed factories also left a toxic legacy. There has since been efforts to clean up the toxic waste. See y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.